What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk made this bold statement today that I have to share with you guys concerning Daniel Dubois. He said Daniel is a little bit afraid. I am too, but my afraid is different. And those are the words of Oleksandr Usyk, and let me counterpunch. Now, keep in mind, Oleksandr Usyk said afraid. He might have meant nervous, right? But even if he meant nervous, his nervous or afraid is different than Dubois' nervous or afraid, right? And that being said, I think Oleksandr Usyk is a guy that he's learning the English language, but he's understanding, and he's saying that for a reason, and the difference between his nervous and Daniel's nervous is a fact that every fighter people gets nervous, meaning they prepare themselves for a physical altercation. If you were going to fight anybody, even in a street fight, if you guys someone said something to you or someone did something to you to the point, okay, it's going down, you're going to have some type of nervousness. That's just normal. And I think that's what Oleksandr Usyk's talking about. Like, look, I know I'm going to fight this guy. I'm nervous too, but I think he's afraid in a different way. And the question you ask yourself is, what did he mean by that? What did Usyk mean by Daniel being nervous in a different way? And I think he meant that Daniel would be nervous because Daniel is hoping, wishing, chanting, rooting that he would rip right through Usyk, that Usyk is old, that Usyk is worn and torn, that he's going to demolish Usyk, basically calling Usyk low-hanging fruit, but maybe something is not as definite as he thinks it's going to be. I think that maybe Usyk is saying that Dubois' nervous is different because he has expectations that he may not be able to fulfill, if anything. And I think that that's the nervousness that's different. Whereas Usyk, I think his nervousness has always been the same. It's just the nervousness normally you get, or the afraid you get before going into battle. And I think that that may be what Usyk meant. Because if you think about Daniel after the Usyk fight has been able to beat every opponent. He stopped the last three fighters, and 2 out of the 3 were undefeated fighters. Jarrell Miller was undefeated, Filip Hrgovic was undefeated, and they both couldn't deal with the pressure of Daniel Dubois when he applied that pressure. And the question is, can Daniel handle the pressure? And I mean the pressure from Usyk, the skill set, the difficulty, the feints, the reflexes, those damn pivots where Usyk catches him at certain angles. Will he be able to mentally deal with that? That may be what Oleksandr Usyk is saying. But nonetheless, don't get it twisted, people. He's doing that shit for mind games. He's doing that for mind games. He's talking shite passively. That's what he's doing. So you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk stating that Daniel Dubois is afraid in a different way. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.